We're beginning Parshas DEVARIM, and the Alter Rebbe speaks about the nature of song. Singing and song is a much truer expression of our inner self. Words limit and contain the extent to which the soul can express. However, music goes to the core of the soul and allows the inner self to be able to be expressed in a much more purer manner. And that's why the nature of song is that it has an undulating quality. It goes, rises and falls, rises and falls, because the nature of the soul movement is likewise. We're told by the Alter Rebbe that the angels constantly sing. But the song of the angels is something that's mentioned expressly in the Tanakh. However, the song of the soul is not mentioned in the Tanakh. Why is that? So he explains that angelic song has the capacity to be audible to the prophets. Why? Because there's an aspect of angel which has more than just the form. It has a guf. An angel has a body, a spiritual body, admittedly. And therefore there's something which makes it tangible, the song of the angels. The neshama doesn't have a body at all. It works through a body, but it itself is purer and doesn't have the capacity, therefore, for the song to be as audible to the extent that a prophet can pick it up. But the point being made here is that something very profound about music. When we say the Kedusha in the repetition of the Amidah, that is us verbalizing the words of the song of the angels, Kodesh, 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 and Baruch Kavod Hashem Imkoimei, etc., etc. That is the song of the angels. Now, this differential between angel singing and human singing is an important one to understand. And we're going to learn that's because the song of the neshama, although it's also there and constant, because all movement, spiritual movement, is accompanied by the expression of song and music, spiritual song and music, obviously, but any movement. So when the neshama moves to a higher plane in the spiritual realm, to Gan Eden Elyon, and then comes back to Gan Eden Tachton, there's a constant undulation, and that's why songs also have an undulation, because there's a constant movement. Song represents constant motion, which is the nature of humanity. So let's see if we can allow ourselves to have a degree of inner insight about that and be able to express it within ourselves. So gently close your eyes and just become focused on a most beautiful melody, a soft melody that you might be familiar with, and allow that melody to be captured in your mind. Give you a number of seconds to locate it. And just be aware how the melody moves up and down, up and down, which is the nature of our own inner movement. Nothing is still. Everything is in a state of motion. And the motion isn't one of straight line, but it's cyclic, up and down. Our moods are up and down. Our feelings are up and down. We have constant development of the high and the low. And that is our inner song. So if we can find our personal melody, that melody that's our favorite, we're saying, this is my song. This reflects my neshama's movement most directly. So just recognize that within yourself, your background spiritual Noise is music, the music of your soul, subtle music, the music of movement. And just like angels also have their songs, so do we. And that's why music is to be treasured, because the right music becomes a vehicle for our most innermost expression. Gently open your eyes